everybody. It's FANzine Live. This is Tom, and I am here to share with you the classic zine of 1988. And it is kind of a cool one from a creator who has made it a little bigger than the average bear in the small press world, and that is Teri Sue Wood, who did Wandering Star, and this is the first issue of the self-published Wandering Star series. Now, before we get too far along, I do want to share with you that Teri has done a number of versions of this. She started with this, and she eventually went to and I'm pulling the books out right now, she went to a self-published series of Wandering Star. I've got the trades on these. These were put out by Sirius Books. Had to find them on the secondary market. But anyway, yeah, Teri Sue Wood's Wandering Star. And she did 3 volumes of this. And I wish I remember how many exact issues she did, but this is really a great story. And this was her first shot at it. And it's neat to see, first off, how her artwork has changed over the years. It's improved, it's developed. She's used better and better tools and had more time to further hone her work. But also to see what the story encompasses, and then see, comparing wise, this being the first issue of Wandering Star, this being the first book of the trades that collect Wandering Star, the comic book, the local comic shop, professionally printed and distributed comic book. Kind of fun to see the differences in here. So you can see her style already kicks butt. Wonderful hatching, wonderful figure work, nice looking space scene, a little bit of the Starlight Academy, which of course is an important element of the Wandering Star series. This is a science fiction book in the best sense of the word, and she did a just fabulous job with it. She starts by saying, wow, in her Wandering Thoughts. She offers a 3-page introduction, which I think makes sense. And she basically has been trying to, over about a 2-year period, it says from back in 1986, she decided to be a comic book creator. And so she did some things. She worked on 87. She worked with Silver Wolf Comics, who did Grips. She did 3 books for them. And then the crash came, the black and white crash. And then she found Jim Pack's comic book newsletter, of which I have a few copies, so we really ought to take a look at some point. But he was doing some stuff on how to print your own comics. And so then she decided to get started. After this, she has a little bit of a contest, and then some books that she enjoys reading back in 1988. But as you can see, this is the beginning of the book, and I guess we will just start reading through. It's about, a 20-pager maybe? Yeah, it's about a 20-page book. It said 14, so it's about 15 pages of comic, and then the rest is covers and the address information on the back and all that. So, it says, by all the fates, I can't believe they let that Earther into the Starlight Academy. Everyone knows that all Earthers are good for building bombs and blowing things up. Really? Hey, I believe it. If they'd let that primitive, from Sintro and that healer cripple in, they'd let anything in. I bet it won't be very long until you see Earthers running around all over the galaxy. Truly, what was the Council of Planets thinking when they made Earth's probation period only 50 years? To my mind, 50,000 years is too short. Can you imagine it? Earth spent most of its last 200 years just evolving its weapons technology. Now I can understand the Galactic Federation's Council of Planets making a deal to trade info with Earth. Here, with the Bono Kiro armada threatening to take us over, but they're barbarians. Their kind should never be allowed to mingle with our kind. And there she is. Look, it's that Earther, Cassandra Andrews. So, this is the opening spread. Fantastic establishing shot. Name of the Starlight Academy, very easily understood. It's clearly an alien environment. Are these stars? Are these planets or moons? Don't know. Not sure it really matters. But the point is that this is really far out there. She's got her aliens basically providing some of the backstory, which I like. The characters are really well defined. They're very distinct. One has really long hair and long ears. One has the mohawk and sharp ears. This one has no nose, much like this one, but the chin line is different. So the characters look different, which makes them easier to recognize as we go through this book. Always a big issue when you're dealing with a science fiction book. But then you flip the page and notice we go from the widest shot to a wide establishing shot inside to the close-up. Then we go over to this, and the splash page is meet our main character. And by running these shade lines all along the background, the attention of the eye goes straight to the main character. But we also note that the side character here is in the foreground and is not shaded out. So we'll see if that means something. But I do like that. And of course, the figure work is fantastic. I mean, Teri's just amazing at this stuff. Barbarian, human, shouldn't be here. Earther, what's the school coming to? Letting everything in. Should know her place. Right. And again, notice the horizontal lines for shading. We're in 1988, folks. No computers. So everything she's doing is hand done. Where's she going? The gym. Always the gym. It's the primitive place for a primitive. Figures, it's so outdated, only she'd go there. But it's so unadvanced. There are so many better gyms. Why does she go there? Who cares? So everybody's talking about her, and she really is just kind of on her own. Now, as you can see, we've got the all caps lettering. All caps. She switches when she goes to the internal monologue to lowercase. Yes, they're right. I do come here every day, every chance I get. And the gym is primitive, which tempts everyone else to go to the other, more advanced gym rooms. But this one does what I need. And there's another reason. Peace. Peace, gods. Yes, from the hateful eyes, the cruel words, the hostile emotions. Once I was proud. I, Cassandra Andrews, had the unique privilege of being the first human to enter the Galactic Federation's finest school, the Starlight Academy. But when you're millions of miles from home, stop, millions of miles from home, alien territory, and everywhere you look is hatred, pride fades real fast. Which is interesting in the sense that not only are we establishing the location, but we're also starting to establish the internal character dialogue and some of the base motivations of our lead character, Cassandra. What will it take for them to accept us? It's been long since our probation period ended, and still we must fight heart and soul for those rights we should be freely given. Now, of course, we're back into verbal dialogue or digital dialogue. Greetings, sentient. How may I assist you? I have a program in the main computer listed as Cassie 2. Please load it for me. Certainly. You got some click-clacks and stuff. It says, Earth, I know, didn't have the brightest of pasts. For nearly 200 years, we almost totally ignored the welfare of our people, our planet, and focused on building bigger and better weapons. Other worlds like to say that our only redeeming feature is that we've yet to blow ourselves up along with a good part of our solar system. So we've established the robot character to facilitate the work that needs to be done while she continues the dialogue. Sentient, their program is ready. Love this overhead shot. We know exactly what this is. This is a maze. The rules are as follows. There are 5 of the light laser robots. Each robot is worth 20 points. Each miss is -5. You must make it to the safe area before you are hit 3 times by the light lasers to win. If you are hit 3 times before reaching the said area, game over. Here is your gun. You may begin when you are ready. Look at the devilish look in her eyes. Ready. Still, they can't deny it was that fact. Our uncivilized expertise in weapons and such, the very thing that they condemn us for, was what led us to offer membership in the first place. And the zaps start coming at her, those light lasers. Nor can they forget that it was our technology traded for that membership that pushed back the Bono Kiro Armada when they attempted to take over the Galactic Federation. The Bono Kiro. That's who they should hate, not us. So you've got the robots going after her with their light lasers, and she gets one already. The Bono Kiro. She zaps another one. Click. We've got issues. From an uncharted part of the universe they came. They brought horror with them, turning inhabited planets to rubble when they refused to surrender. Love this sequence. Run, stop, turn and fire. Next. Satisfaction. The click. Here's the robots coming. And now they're firing on her. And all you see is the legs and feet running. How she runs in those heels, I don't know. But I also like how we've got almost a fan type of panel design. She's good. Teri is good. Remember, 88. This is her first comic ever. The Bono Kiro, the Galactic Federation's greatest threat in all of its history, and it was Earth's technology that stopped them. Ah, the safe area. Ha! I love this game. Just like a giant video game. A bit violent, though. It wouldn't much help me prove to the universe how civilized I am. Still, all this running, ducking, and shooting works off a lot of pain. Now, she flips to thought bubbles as opposed to the internal monologue. Hee hee hee. What a couple of total glips. Hee hee ha ha. Wonder what my score is. Congratulations, Sentient. You made it to the safe area, and you hit 3 robots in 3 shots. Your score is 30 points. That was too easy. Add 3 more laser robots to my program, please. It is as good as done, Sentient. Thanks. I'm hungry. Thank God they finally fixed my food processor. What this body needs is a bacon cheeseburger and a soda. The door. Great. Back to the real world. And again, establishing shot, closer, the action of pushing the button. Might as well open the door and get it over with. So there's clearly some tension to that. And of course, yeek, there she is again. Someone should show her place. So she's gone from her safe place in the gym back out into the academy where she clearly is not loved. We're in the cafeteria. And again, the shading is nice. Even the background shot here of the distance shot of her, you can see the long hair. You can see exactly who this character is. Boy, I can taste that bacon cheeseburger already. Now, if I can just get through my meal without any problems. She's at the machine, a little confused. I wait patiently as the computer prints across its screen all the earthy culinary delights it is capable of producing. It is a long list. Fried chicken, lasagna. Come on, I'm starving to death. There it is. Now all I got to do is push the right buttons. And there are those 3. Hey, look. An instant bacon cheeseburger. She pushes the button, ding. She goes, my hamburger? Clearly does not look like a hamburger. Something wrong, Earther? So now she's getting picked on. Your food, perhaps? Not to your liking? Must have been that adjustment I made. So sorry. I clamp down on my emotions. I won't let them see my disappointment. Damn. Sometimes it's so hard. They're watching me, so I pretend I don't mind eating this awful stuff. Then something tugs at my mind like a forgotten memory. Huh? Madison. I know little about him, except he is considered to be the greatest healer in the known universe. His healing power is so awesome, they say, that you can actually see the energy when he heals. I believe it. You can feel him. And that is the tragedy. For Madison, this wonderful being whose power it is to heal anybody of anything, was born both paralyzed and blind. And for some reason, no one can explain, he cannot heal himself. Thinking about it kind of makes my own problem seem like nothing. Hey, Wonder Crip. She says, what? Now you can see the three bullies are now working on Madison. Come on, Mech, give me a break. I'm on an errand. What's that, Wonder Crip? No time to talk to your friends? Oh, Mech, I'm just in a hurry. I got to. You got to talk to us. Besides, I haven't said you could go yet. You know, Madison, you're very funny. You make me laugh. A healer cripple. What a joke. She says, how dare they? Of course, that's a thought bubble. Heal me. Make me blind. And you can see this. It looks almost as like it's a single panel, but it's not. You got two separate panels. So you've got the kind of mean bully there, and then she's picking up what was supposed to be her cheeseburger and chucks it at the bully. I knew that hamburger, in quotes, would somehow come in handy. Uh-oh. And you get a nice little curse out of the one guy. Now I've done it. The room seems to turn cold. Whatever happens, I can expect no help. I consider the odds, and I run. She's running. Let's get her. Patience. She's got to head for her dorm room. So think, Lindy. Think, Zerman. She's new here. She doesn't know the shortcuts. We do. She won't get away. Madison says, they've forgotten me. Madison sends a message. Greycore? Madison? Coming off the intercom there. There's trouble. They were far too angry. The type of anger only violence can soothe. Nice establishing shot of the academy. If I can make it to my room, I'm safe. Then maybe I can wait that anger out. Unfortunately, luck wasn't with me. She trips. Woo! Eek! Falls down. Pain. Fancy meeting you here. And there they are. Do you really think you could get away from us? You never had a chance. No, somebody's in the background there. The Council of Planets says you Earthers are to be treated equally. We disagree. You crossed the line today, Earther. Time you learned your place. Feel free to scream. No one's going to interfere. There's a rustling in the background, apparently. Eh? Growl. Love the sound effect in the background. That reminds me so much of what Ken Bruzenak did with Howard Chaykin on American Flag back in the day. Very, very cool. And then, what was that? Greycore. Then Greycore jumps. Arg. The primitive. Run. To be continued in the next issue. Pretty cool. So, this is the first issue. You can see the artwork is fantastic all the way through. Clearly, Teri had an idea of how to do comics right from the beginning, because with no help, she did this. I'm guessing she probably, and this appears to be offset printed. Do we have a print count? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. So I don't know exactly how many copies she made, but this is definitely offset printed. It's not photocopied, so the blacks look great. It's just a beautiful looking book. But what I wanted to do was, now that we've kind of gone through that first issue of Wandering Star, the small press comic, I won't call it a mini comic because it's a full-size 8.5 by 11 magazine. We're going to take a look in here and see the differences. And first thing you notice is clearly the art has gone up yet another notch between the beautiful, looks like maybe markers or pencils of the cover. You can see, I'll pull this up real close. You can see she's gone all in with stippling. And what amazes me is with all this stippling that she does for the path and the field and the grass and all that, when you look at this stippling, you get further in. I'm just going to jump really quick in to where I saw it. I swore I saw it. There it is. That's Zipatone. And so all that stippling that she's done, I mean, look at this stuff here, like with the trees and the nature stuff. I mean, This is serious artwork that she did. And it must have taken a long time to do it, but gosh, the result is beautiful. So there's Cassandra, largely the same character. The hair is a little different. She's now gone to a braided ponytail in this version, but you know, more or less the same character. The eyes look a little bit better formed. I mean, clearly this is an early thing, but you can see so much of it is still pretty much the same. So the first issue was the backstory of leaving for the academy. You can see, I mean, like, look at that. All stippling on that window. Just amazing. So this actually starts her at the academy. This one starts, the comic series takes a step back. And the second issue, she runs off to the academy. And she meets Madison. So we can take a look and compare Madison. Whoops, too far. So we lost the Mad on the helmet, but basically it's the same character. Again, the hatching is better, stippling is better, but more or less it's the same character. The goggles are a little bit better defined, a little less cartoony. So it's neat to see how she has changed this up to meet the needs of this new. Oh, and here's her friend, whoops, Greycore. He got a little bit of an overhaul. So anyway, very exciting. Love to see Teri Sue Wood's work. She's done stuff with me. She actually did a Wandering Star story recently, just a real short in a Papa Balloon and Cactus from James Banderas Smith miniseries, mini comic, that I'll probably throw in the show notes just so that you can grab a copy if you want. But yeah, this is the first issue, and Teri went on to do all sorts of great stuff. She did some cartooning with Amazing Heroes. She, of course, did her Wandering Star series, which is beloved in independent comic circles. And she's now basically getting herself back kind of into the mode of being a professional artist once again. So pretty exciting stuff. Teri, so glad I've got this. So glad I was able to share it with everybody. And with that, I will thank everybody for watching. It's been a special edition of FANzine Live Classic Zines. And wow, what a Wandering Star #1. That's it for now. Thank you again for watching. I will catch you next time.